Okay, we're here with the very last little bit of wrap-up of Hatoful Boyfriend Holiday Star. There are a bunch of mini episodes, short episodes. According to the achievement list, there's 6 of them. I only see 5 here, so maybe after I do these 5, a 6th one is going to open up. I have no idea how long these are. My guess is that I can probably get through all of them in about an hour, and then the plan will be Shadow of Mordor after this, which I also think I'm close enough to beating that we could beat that tonight and be done with both games. Start 2 new games later this week or on the weekend. Guess we're just gonna do them in order. Short episode, Preliminary Inspection. I'm gonna adjust this. The greatest event in a bird's high school career, the field trip. A little before every birdie puffs up their chest with excitement, the professors of St. Pigeonations go to do a preliminary inspection. Hitori, Kazuaki, and Shu walking around Kyoto. It's a pigeon-oriented tour. Wait, who is the other guy? Is this another teacher that we didn't meet? Or is he the principal? He might have been the principal from the final chapter of Hatoful Boyfriend.
It's been a while since I traveled like this. Do we go to Kyoto every year?
Yes, I believe so. We went abroad once, but traveling has gotten harder, with all the efforts being made to prevent the spread of the infection.
Wait a minute. No, wait. Hitori... Okay. That was confusing for a second. Hitori and Kazuaki... This was Wow. Okay, hold on. I just got mega confused. Alright. Hitori is the one... I'm confused. I'm pretty sure Kazuaki is the name of the teacher. This one right here. He wound up... Hitori is the one who died, right? I'm actually really, really confused. We're just gonna go with it. I don't know if that confusion is part of this episode and things are gonna be explained, or if I'm just dumb. Probably dumb.
Airplanes scare me, so I'm glad we don't do that anymore. And Kyoto has all kinds of nice foods. I can't wait.
So wasn't Hitori the snake voice then? I should be doing snakes. I don't know. I don't know who this... We've never seen this picture.
I don't know. We're only here for one night, and we've got a lot of ground to cover. Let's make sure not to waste any time. The group activities for the first day would be...
Lunch after we arrive, then to the Rokakudo. After that, 2 hours of free time.
We'll have to make sure we're prepared for the trip. Apparently, there's a shop in the entertainment district called Sujiri that sells really good parfaits. And after that, Yasaka Shrine. It might be better to have everyone meet up somewhere near the business district instead of going back to Rokakudo. Rokakudo. That will give everyone a little more free time. What do you think, Doctor?
A lot of them will probably go to Kyoguk, so that seems reasonable.
I wonder if there'd be a little bit more impact here if we knew where any of these places were.
And there's a cute little candy shop near Kamogawa. Let's confirm where we'll stop the bus, and check to see how long it'll take to walk from there. It doesn't look like it's too far, judging by the map. I'll keep track of the time. Shall we go?
I think so. It's very helpful to have you along, Professor Uzune.
Ramune is supposed to be really good this time of year, too. I can't wait. Wait. Huh? Wait. Uzune, Iwamine, don't leave me behind! I'm so confused. Walking from Karasuma to Kawahara does take a little while. Horikawa Liquors, Nishikikoji Dry Goods, these all look like pretty old buildings. This is a very secluded neighborhood. We'll have to make sure the students don't get too carried away as we're going through.
The whole city is like this, aside from the business district. A killing or an abduction or two could happen on any of these streets, and no one would ever know.
Let's try to keep the threatening conversation to a minimum while traveling, all right, Doctor? They say old demons are attracted by that sort of thing.
Demons? If there are any here, I'd love to take one home to examine.
Uzune, wait! We haven't even been here half a day. Here, have some tea. Ah, thank you, Uzune. Maybe I should have you, Amine, take a look at me and make sure I'm doing okay.
I'm here to prepare for the field trip. I have no obligation to look after you.
Uzune! This, like, his personality's different too. This is weird. I don't really understand. Yes, just a little longer, and then we'll stop for lunch, okay? Alright, let's go. We've walked a long way. The only thing left is to head to the inn. Ah!
What is it? You sound as if you regret ever having been born.
I do think I shouldn't have been born. Uzune! Iwamini is picking on me again. Oh yes, it would seem so. Yes. What happened?
Spit it out already. You're being a waste of time.
I forgot the reservation slip for the inn. You forgot the slip? Oh no. And the map was with it? You were the one who said you could carry the light things. I'm sorry. What was the inn called? At any rate, I can call ahead, and then...
There is no need to be alarmed. The reservation is in the school's name. We should be fine if we just show them our IDs.
That's true. If we can just find it.
It is the same place as last year. Do not worry, I remember where it is.
Ah, perfect. I'm really, really sorry. I really should just die.
Do you want to jump off right here?
He's a bird. If he jumps off, he can fly. No! If I did that, I'd die. Uzune? Uzune! Uzune! What is it? Oh, good. You were awake. I wasn't. You just woke me up. Don't talk like that. It's scary. We're friends, aren't we? But this is work. We're at the inn now. It's okay. Anyway, what is it? If you don't go to sleep soon, you won't be able to wake up tomorrow. I need to go. Good night. Uzune! Go by yourself. There aren't any ghosts here. But this is Kyoto. There are definitely ghosts. I'm as lost as you are. Even if there are, they won't eat you or anything. You just don't have any sixth sense. It's fine. Good night. Uzune! It's time for the St. Pigeonation's sightseeing tour. We'll just go for a little while. We have time, right? This episode mentioned plenty of places from the real world.
Since we're here, we'll be introducing a few of the pigeon-relevant locations in Kyoto. Yay! Is he me now? He sounds like the main character. That's the way he's talking. I don't get it. Yay! Uzune is going to show us around Kyoto. You're going to do some explaining too. What? You were just here for the preliminary inspection. I can't. All I did was follow you and Iwamine around. The doctor already went home. He said he's busy and doesn't want to do overtime. Oh well, I guess I'll just go ahead by myself. Oh wait, don't leave me behind! I'm so confused. First, Rokakudo. Prince Shotoku bathed here and had the temple built. He bathed here and had it built? That sounds a little strange. I'm not sure. I don't really get what these are. If I do like one or two of them and they seem too weird, maybe I'll just leave them. No, see, here's the problem with the voice acting. The problem with the voice acting is twofold. One, I have no idea who this guy is. Hitori? I'm confused because I thought that he was Snake, right? That was the name for Snake, but he's not. Like, I've forgotten. I don't have any idea where we are in the timeline. And the other guy, Kazuaki, the guy who had the Snake voice, because what was the deal even? What was his deal? Like neither one of. Wait. See, you're confused too. I don't know who this Hitori guy is, and I don't know, like, why he's here. So I was like, well, I can't give either one of them the Snake voice, because I don't think either one of them are that character, really. And so I just kind of gave like a deepish voice to Hitori. And now Kazuaki, I can't even give him the old voice that he used to have because his personality is completely wrong. Wait. Wait, am I getting their names completely wrong? Who's Nanaki? See, it's weird because they're still calling the doctor Shu. He used to have a different name, right? His name used to be Isa, and they used to call him Isa. So I was like, oh no, this can't be that far back in time. But then who's this guy? This guy's Kazuaki. That's the teacher. He definitely had the Snake voice. Did he? I think he was also called Hitori in Holiday Star by Yuya. Well, hopefully these guys are all going to die in a fire, and then we don't have to worry about it, and we can move on to the next episode. If you're interested, try looking it up online. It's a place with a lot of history, so you should be able to find plenty of information. Rokakudo is in the center of the city and is easily accessible from the Kyoto and Kawahara stations. Here, let's look at the map. Must we? Confusing guide to Rokakudo. A local resident. There we go. Yeah, if you want, I don't want to interrupt the stream to Google and refresh myself. I'm waiting, WTF. Okay, yeah, Kazuaki is Nanaki's name, and that's the teacher. Yes. Yes. But his personality is totally different now. He's not like Snek, and he's also not really like the teacher as we knew him during the previous game. He's acting like Hitena. This map is confusing. So I can't, I'm trying to go back to his old voice, and I can't because he's not acting like that. He's talking like he's the main character, the way the main character talks. This map is confusing. I'd get lost trying to follow it. You would get lost trying to follow a proper map, too. We're introducing Rokakudo because, as you can see, there are lots of pigeons inside the compound. You can even get fortune slips with doves. They also sell pigeon hand towels and files and things. Do they have any quails? No. You can buy birdseed, too, if you want to try touching the doves. Wait, is this like a bird petting zoo? The doves here... Who's talking about... Why are there humans... Or is he... They're talking about the real world. They're talking about the real Rokakudo. He's breaking the fourth wall and telling us what we should do if we go to this pigeon petting zoo. Dove petting zoo. Because in our world, they're aggressive towards humans. You figured it out? Thank God. Hitori must have possessed, but... Then who got the implant, though? Who got the liver implant? Right, it was Nanaki's body. And Nageki was the ghost. No, okay. Ryota got the liver transplant that turned him into Hitori. I've got it now. No, I don't got it. Hitori was Meryl. Hitori, well, I don't know why we called them Meryl, because we called them Meryl because I can't do a liquid voice. He was the one that was talking out of the liver. I apologize greatly to anybody who's watching this who hasn't seen freaking Hatoful Boyfriend, the original. I know. Why did I even try? I'm just gonna put words out of my mouth right now. I'm just gonna read. The doves here are used to humans and very aggressive, and will charge at you in a flock if they see a bag of seeds. You may want to wear long sleeves if you have delicate skin. Wow! Wait, don't just take the whole bag. Come back. Ah! See, they're taking us on a tour of Pigeon Japan, but giving us advice on visiting real Japan. And we have no idea where in the timeline this is happening. We'll introduce one more place. I know this one. Your enemy is in Honnoji. Your enemy is in Honnoji, right? Yes. This is Honnoji. It's famous for the Honnoji incident, when one of Oda Nobunaga's generals forced him to commit suicide in the temple. It's about 20 minutes by foot from Rokakudo. It's a little bit far, so you may want to take the train instead. It's one stop. Are there pigeons here too? This time I'll touch them without having them steal my seeds. No, there are no pigeons. There aren't? Then why are we introducing it? It's not... Is that your address, Rich? Are you trying to thieve my presents? That's not my address. The thing we're introducing is actually this. The Dove Perch Temple is called the Kyukodo. Kyoto. It's certainly a very dovey place. What is it? The Kyoto is a Japanese stationery shop with a history over 300 years long. It's right in front of the Honnoji. 300 years? That's awfully persistent. I should learn from it. As the name suggests, there are various dove-themed ornaments throughout the interior of the shop. It forwards to your place. Are you sure you want that on stream? Well, I mean, I can't foresee any bad consequences. And of course, there's Dove stationery as well. Sometimes they switch it out as a seasonal product, so make sure to check ahead of time. That's all for now. Thanks for sticking around. That was a very pigeon-relevant tour. Kyoto is practically made of historical sites and tourist draws, so there's no real need for us to introduce the famous places. If you look, you'll find plenty of information already available. And that's true. And there are lots of wonderful things to see. Right. And don't forget about the Nishiki Koji Starbucks. It's just a 5-minute walk from the Rokakudo. Did something odd just get inserted there? Also, this information is all from July 2012. Make sure to get confirmation before planning a trip around it. Alright, I'm going to enjoy Kyoto to the fullest now. I think first I'll get some cider candy. Wait! What is it? Do you want to come too? That store is closed today. It is? So that was like 20 minutes, but 10 of it was just baffling confusion on my part and stalling. Star clocks. Albert's Secret. Now, there is no character named Albert, is there? Oh, there is. I guess. If we met him, it was very briefly during the Sakuya ending. Albert is the crow employed as Sakuya's butler. Apparently, Yuya doesn't care for him. The super agent is mobilizing all his resources to investigate this mysterious butler. So yeah, if I rush and stop wondering about things, we should be able to plow through the next 5 in about, 45 minutes or so.
Yes, this is terribly suspicious. A footprint here, another there. I didn't want to consider this possibility, but perhaps... Salutations, Sakuya. Bah, the idiots always come crawling out of the woodwork as soon as the frost melts. And by idiots, I mean you.
I'm the main character in each Danganronpa game. There's no way a murder will happen. There's no way. 4 seconds later, murder happens. I'm looking forward to Danganronpa 3. Like, I'm interested in what they're gonna do that's going to change up the formula. I've made sure not to look into it at all, and when I play it, it'll probably be on release day, and I'll definitely stream it. I'm almost wondering if I want to, like, just close chat entirely. Like, stream it, but not even interact with the chat. Because I feel like... Like, my enjoyment on those games is so hinged upon not knowing what's going to happen, and people who are excited about those games are really, really eager to either hint or, Yeah, like maybe have a disc. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, maybe have like a Discord chat set up. I mean, I've got the exclamation point hide, which for most of the games that I've played has worked well, where I can just say, look, if you want to speculate or anything, or talk about like what I've missed or what's coming up, just use exclamation point hide. And I almost wish that it was like the other way around, which I guess I could set it up that way. Like, I'll ignore the chat, but I'll only be able to see things that say exclamation point He10. I could do that, so the people who wander in are just like, streamer, do this, streamer, blah, blah, blah. And it just wouldn't... Harsh from the get-go, as always. Come on, can't you show me one of your happy springtime smiles? Doesn't your young heart feel joy and gaiety at the turn of the seasons? Why should I smile because it's spring? You're gibbering nonsense, as always. What am I supposed to be, the March Hare? Anyway, what do you want? I don't remember inviting you. And in any case, I am forbidden by Father to speak with you. Don't worry, I know. I'm going to be moving to college next week. I won't be too far away, but I thought I'd drop by and let you know. Why would I care where you live? Were you hoping for a surprise housewarming? Yeah, when people are like... Or they'll as soon as something will happen, they'll go like, didn't Hiyoko say this? It's like, okay, you just reminded me of something that I already remembered, but I now know that it's relevant, you know? It's the worst. Marstead actually wrote up a really good, like, spoiler policy that's like a couple pages long, and he's like, here's a complete description of what I do and don't like in my chat in terms of spoilers and why, and it's perfect. It's pretty much exactly the same way that I feel. I may even put it in my profile, not that people read those. Yeah, pretty much, like, the people that I know, Soul Shadow and Vault and Phase, like, I know them from, they're real life friends. I trust that anything that they say is not going to be actually helpful. Although I guess that's mean. Well, you know, as your brother, I'd really like to have you drop by once in a while to hang out, if you feel like it, you know. Excuse me. Do you mean to insult me, mongrel? Hardly. Of course I don't. Anyway, my address is on here. It's 230 Par Drive, Williamsburg, VA. No, it's not. He lives in Japan. If you need help with anything, just let me know. Even if I ever did, you'd be the last person I'd ask. I like to think I come in handy in a pinch, at least. More like you show up and act like you've got everything under control, but then in the end are completely useless. Why don't you just get your act together already? Yeah, what did we just discuss? What are we looking to refute? What's the best thing to do that with? See, that's also why I'm interested in what they're going to do in Danganronpa 3, because I feel like from having played the first two games and then watched them a couple of times, that I've got the formula down. Like, I didn't struggle with it that much anyway, like, even on mean difficulty. But I feel like now, like, unless they throw a stupid gravel swimsuit at us again, I don't see myself, like, getting stuck. Like, it's... I'm afraid, like, now that I'm too familiar with Danganronpa, that whatever they do, unless they really, really shatter the formula in some huge way, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, that's the Kyoko or Chiaki character. They're going to live at least until the final case. This person is dumb, therefore they're not going to die. Everybody who winds up getting to the end of a Danganronpa game is an idiot. Or most of them. All of the idiots always live. Okay, good. That's good to know. I'm happy to hear that. And looking for it's September, right? That the English release is coming out. I will totally be playing that right away. Sharp words. Oh, such sharp words. Not that I mind. In that case, why not give me a call when you're not in trouble? What are you talking about? Do you think I have the time to be... Master Sakuya. Ah, Albert, what is it? Your afternoon tea is ready, sir. But you appear to be busy, so shall I serve it later? No, I shall take it now. Pay this imbecile no mind. You're just here for the voice acting. Understood, sir. Right. We're brothers. No need for formality. That is not what I meant. Will you be staying for tea, Master Yuya? No, I'll pass. I'm on my way to meet someone. Nice talking to you, Sakuya. Adieu. Now, where in here is the man with the yellow crest? Ah, there he is. Sorry to keep you waiting. Not at all. You're just on time, Sakazaki Yuya. Sit down. I'll make this quick. The info you requested came in. I had them do a background check on Albert, the crow working for the LaBelle family. That was fast. What did you turn up? It's just as you thought. He's not a butler. Right. Had you already found something out? I gave these guys two similar voices. Hey, it's Grub Muncher! Oh my gosh. I haven't seen you in a while. I wasn't streaming for a good 2 months. And so obviously I didn't see you during that time either. But I haven't seen you since I started again. But what's up? It's good to see you. We're playing through just a little bit of this, probably like half an hour to an hour's worth, and then we're gonna go finish up Shadow of Mordor. No, it was just a hunch. I never feel comfortable around him. Were you poking into his history just because you don't like his personality? Hardly. I'm not that childish. You can feel the tension just by standing next to him. He doesn't feel like a servant at all. Back from the dead. Is he a spy? Takes one to know one, as they say. No, but you're not far off. He's an assassin. Who's he targeting? The head of the family? Or... Calm down, youngster. He's been with the LaBelle family for more than 5 years. If he was after one of them, he'd have done it and been gone years ago. But he could be waiting for a signal. Can't really argue with that. Sit back down, Sakazaki. Killing is his job. Confronting him without knowing his target or client is too risky. True. Sorry, let me know if anything else turns up. That's better. Know your opponent before you strike. His full name is Albert Alain Alkin. People in the community know him as the Faceless Triple Ace. Sure they do. Sounds like something out of an RPG. His high success rate has earned him a reputation, but he doesn't stick with one client long, so not many people know what he looks like. That's where it comes from. To think that he'd turn up now, of all times. Have you met him before? No, not in person. An old friend and coworker went up against him in his final mission. That's all. Happens a lot if you stick around long enough. Don't sweat it. Just remember it. Right. Don't give up on anything just because it's him. We'll stay cautious and investigate everyone involved with the LaBelle family. I'm going to stake out the mansion. I'll let you know if anything happens. And now I've been standing here for a few days and nothing's happened. That seems like a dumb plan. Why would you do that? What is he up to? Every night he comes out and stands completely still right there. Is he watching for intruders? I can't read him at all. Directly above him is a window. Looks like a bathroom. He wouldn't be standing there for some sort of sick voyeurism, would he? Bathrooms have always been good places to commit the extra messy sorts of crime. Could he be standing here because... A sharp dagger appears in his wing, and he takes off. You think I'll let you?
Master Yuya, I'm aware that you do not like me. May I ask that you not interfere in my work all the same?
Talk, now. Who hired you? Who's your target?
I am not permitted to say.
I'm not doing a very good job with his voice. Now that I know that he's not like an 80-year-old butler. I can't give him like a super old man voice like I've been thinking. No, maybe I will anyway.
I am not permitted to say. Forgive me.
If you won't talk, then I'll make you.
Unfortunately, it is time for me to get back to work. If you have some business with me, then please call again.
Gah! Sakuya, run! Run, Sakuya! Did he just get murdered? Is he dead?
It was a success, sir.
Well done. Did you take them alive?
They surrendered as soon as they saw my blade. I took them without injuring them as you directed me.
Merry Christmas! No, don't hurt us.
I knew it was you, you reprobates.
That's a good word. Reprobate.
You will feel the back of the hand of justice for this. First I shall...
Get away from him, Sakuya.
What are you doing here, Sakazaki?
Albert is after your life. Get out of here. Merry Christmas? What is happening?
You seem to have misunderstood. These white things have been infiltrating and making use of my bathroom for the past few days. I asked Albert to capture them in the act.
Infiltrating? Merry Christmas! What a nice bath it is. Miro and Kaku's favorite.
That doesn't mean you can just come in and use it.
But wait. Do you know who he is?
What on earth are you talking about? Albert is my butler. Nothing more, nothing less.
I saw him with a dagger.
I told him he could threaten them into submission if they resisted.
Sakuya, he's an assassin.
Yes, and?
You already knew?
Correct.
What's going on here? You know who he is, but you keep him around anyway? Why did they say Merry Christmas? There's some kind of weird genetically, like... They were, like, born in a lab, and for some reason, all they can say is Merry Christmas, but there's subtitles for them anyway. I guess, in retrospect, that is kind of weird, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. Is there something wrong with that?
Of course there is. A professional assassin wouldn't place himself in an aristocrat's household just for fun. He must be after you, or your father. There's no other way.
Oh, I see. You've misunderstood terribly and came running here to tell me about it. How like the commoner you are.
Merry Christmas! Things are getting complicated. Miru and Kaku don't know what to do. Merry Christmas! Miru and Kaku will sit here and say nothing until you're finished talking. Good.
Please do. This will take some time. Shall I explain to Master Yuya for you, sir?
No, it's fine. I'll do it. Certainly sounds like I'm missing something here. I would love it if you'd clue me in. What is an assassin doing in the LaBelle household? Who is he working for?
As you can see, he is working for me, as a butler and as an assassin.
What? Have you sunk that far into the intrigues of nobility, Sakuya?
No! Don't lump me in with those fools who can't get anything done without sneaking around in the shadows.
But you employ an assassin?
That's right.
An assassin needs a target. Who are you after, Albert?
Master Sakuya.
What? I knew it! I can't let you live.
Goodness gracious, calm down before someone gets hurt. Let me tell you the story from beginning to end. Then maybe you'll understand why I keep him with me. It must have been about 6 years ago now. I was still living in the mansion in southern France. Albert arrived just as the last leaves were falling at the start of winter. Apparently he'd been referred by the head butler, and so he was hired. My first impression of him was as a disturbingly elaborate apparatus. He was always businesslike, and after a while I started to doubt that he had emotions of his own at all. While he was the most capable of our servants, his cold demeanor made him hard to approach. He was a little questionable for a butler. Even the other servants found him distasteful. I felt some respect for his capability, though. He would wake before anyone else and only go to bed after everyone was asleep. Or maybe he never slept at all. I don't think anyone ever saw him fall asleep. Good night, Master Sakuya. What about you, Albert? What about me, sir? Aren't you going to sleep? You were out late on an errand for father last night, were you not? That was nothing, sir. Please do not concern yourself with me. In any case, he worked hard. He never missed a detail. He was strong, and he was smart. If it weren't for his attitude, he would have been the perfect butler. He could easily handle the work of 10 people. Soon the servants who had always trailed after me grew fewer and fewer, until it was just Albert and me. The incident happened on a snowy night in late winter. Father, mother, and the other children had been invited to a party across the border. I was entrusted with the house, and the preparations for an assembly we were planning to hold in the mansion soon after. It was a great honor. Father had already singled me out as his favorite for succession. It was an opportunity for me to gain some of the experience I would need as the next head of the family. But there were others who didn't think so well of me, and that snowy night must have seemed the perfect chance to get rid of me for once and for all. Let me go. Who are you?
Such fine plumage. You are the 4th son of the LaBelle family, yes?
Who's asking? Unhand me, villain!
There are some people who feel that your life places them at a disadvantage. And you're so young, too. What a pity. But this is my job. You've only your blood to blame.
Shank!
The blade, grown cold as ice in the winter air, neatly severs the carotid artery. Brilliant red sprays wildly across the hard floor. but it wasn't coming from me. Albert!
Wait, who's saying that? Maybe, okay, I guess that's Albert saying.
This was not the most desirable outcome. The assassin who had pinned me from behind crumpled silently to the floor. Standing on the other side of the pool of blood was the Black Crow. Albert wiped the blood from his blade and knelt to examine the corpse. I must thank you, Albert. If you had been a few seconds later... Yes, a few seconds later, and I, too, would have been unable to fulfill my contract. Contract? Albert was leaning over the body, and I couldn't see his face. It was probably as blank as always, anyway. But...
Oh, no.
But, unfortunately, it would appear that my client has voided the contract anyway. This is the same paper as was given to me. I won't be removing you now, Master Sakuya. Gruesome intrigues aren't uncommon among the powerful elite. It was the first time I'd become involved in one myself, but I'd heard of people I'd met at parties or the like disappearing, being murdered, or having suspicious accidents any number of times. But I didn't understand. An assassin was targeting me. Albert killed the assassin, but Albert was targeting me as well? Was this just a fight over prey? You came here to kill me? Yes, sir. That was my intention. Was? My client has violated the contract, so I no longer have any reason to do so. I have a mountain of questions for you, Albert. You will answer them.
Ah, okay.
All perks of confidentiality have been voided by the client's violation. What do you wish to know, sir? He remained as distant as ever while I questioned him. Apparently the circumstances were as follows. There were 5 children by different mothers in the LaBelle household, an elder sister, an elder brother, twin brothers, and me. The LaBelle family had always chosen its heirs on ability. And I, the youngest son, was clearly the favorite. But my stepmothers were not going to take that lying down. The mother of my eldest brother had hired Albert to infiltrate the mansion, under the guise of a butler, and wait for an opportunity to kill me. That night she became impatient. She hired another assassin, independent of Albert. You slipped in as a butler as you were ordered. You were never liked, but you were hardly treated as a stranger. If she wanted to kill me, wouldn't it have been more certain to just wait for you to finish me off? I cannot understand why she would bring in another assassin now, of all times. I can only guess that the client became impatient. I have been with you for longer than I estimated, so perhaps she feared that her plot had been exposed. It would seem that I did not gain her complete confidence, and that I regret. Do you mean to say that she was afraid you, having grown close to me, would be unable to carry out your orders? And so she brought in an unrelated third party? I am terribly sorry that I was not able to deliver the full value to her. Had she but given the signal, I would have been able to accomplish the contract at any time, but... He was as detached as ever, unconcerned that it was his very target that he was speaking to. Perhaps his black feathers really do hide a machine, with no flesh and blood at all. Strangely, his calm was infectious. It was amusing, and at the same time allowed me to remain composed while I considered my own position. The client contracted me to take care of you, Master Sakuya, but at the same time interfered with my work before giving me the signal to act. Had you died, I would be unable to complete the contract. Well, it's true. The only place a man can rest without fear of the assassin's blade is in his own grave. Master Sakuya must remain alive if he is to be assassinated. I took care of this gentleman here to preserve that state of affairs. You mean it wasn't out of your devotion and love for me? You don't mince words, Albert. Indeed, sir. Now then. Oh, other one. Now then, do you have any more questions, sir? I fear it is time for me to depart. You're leaving our service? As I mentioned, the client annulled our contract by calling in a third party. I shall be returning to my usual world until I am called upon by the next client. Your usual world? Wait, couldn't you be rehired and come after me again? I cannot say. That would depend on who approaches me. I was sure after that night's events of what I had suspected all along. He had probably thrown away whatever emotion he was born with long ago. He followed his own rules with the utmost perfection, and beyond that, nothing. He would leave the mansion, and if he were hired to target me again, he would kill me without hesitation or remorse.
This is the hardest voice to do for minutes at a time. I don't like it. I wish I hadn't gone so over the top aristocratic with it.
Wait, Albert. I shall not allow you to leave. Stay. I am not a butler, Master Sakuya. This mansion is not the place for me. I will hire you. If you mean as a butler, then I must refuse. If it is an assassination you are after, then we can talk. If I let him out of my sight, he will surely become a threat. I have to keep him here, but I can't hire him as a butler. A bodyguard? No, he wouldn't accept that either. Meaning? Yes, Albert, I want you as an assassin. And who will I be targeting? Me. You, Master Sakuya? That's right. Is that not allowed? I cannot think of any precedent, but there is no reason it should not be. In that case, I order you to remain in the LaBelle household under the guise of a butler and await my signal. Understood. Let us write up the contract. In other words, I am Albert's client, and his target as well. Clever, don't you think?
It does let you keep him by, provided you don't give that signal.
Besides, Albert is excellent. If someone else in the mansion were to make an attempt on my life, he would protect me with his own. After all, he can't kill me if I'm already dead. Indeed, sir.
Well, that sounds like a pretty hair-trigger kind of relationship. But at the same time, it's a good way of keeping tabs on an otherwise dangerous assassin. I don't know, Sakuya, it still bothers me.
Just who do you think I am? Any true aristocrat needs to have a dangerous pawn or two on hand.
I don't like you, Albert. Sakuya seems to have this sorted out. But if you do end up hurting him, I'll hunt you to the ends of the earth and back. Remember that.
Understood, Master Yuya.
Merry Christmas. Everybody looks so serious. Miru and Kaku can't handle this kind of pressure. Merry Christmas! We'll make our escape while they're distracted. Hooray!
Get back here, you two. I haven't lectured you yet.
Merry Christmas!
After them, Albert. Catch them and bring them back here. Understood, sir.
Alright. Abruptly, there we go. That was rough. The whole is not something that I can continue to do, like, as he monologues for 10 minutes at a time. Short episode. Attack of the Nightmare. The gathering of brilliant light shall take place in the promised land in the darkest hour when the eye of heaven closes. What? Oh, we know what's in store for us now. Can the Crimson Fallen Angel overcome his trials and arrive in time? So if you weren't here for this, this is the best character in the whole game. Although he's also difficult to monologue with if they make me talk in his voice for 10 minutes at a time.
The season of ice, which freezes the spirit light tree, has almost come to an end. The awakening is near. New life shall bud and grow. Those of pure heart may fall victim to the servants of darkness. I must take this opportunity to investigate the dark sorcerer Wallenstein's actions.
Oh, hello there, Higure. Are you here to turn in your supplementary assignment?
No. No! It is not yet the time. My crimson breast tells me so.
Oh, it's due tomorrow. Make sure you finish it in time.
A painful test. Is there no way out?
Nope.
Ah!
Oh, he's so wonderful. Him and Gundam, of course, from Danganronpa. There is a show that's called something something Chunibyo something something something. And I wonder if I should watch that, since this type of character is so amusing. Don't worry. If there's anything you're really having trouble with, you can ask when you hand it in. Oh, will you be coming to the observation tonight, Higure?
What? Will there be a gathering of brilliant light?
Yep, that's right. There's a total lunar eclipse tonight. Oh, this is gonna be what he was doing during the events of the two episodes 3 and 4. Oh, I wonder if Higure was actually the one who secretly saved us all. I'm sure he was. They're opening up the roof tonight so we can all watch. It'll be late, so make sure to dress warmly if you do come, okay?
My evil scarlet eye reflects a dreadful spectacle. The dead on all sides. No! The frenzied moon was the cause of it all.
Oh, why can't every day be Angel Day? You're scared of the birds? This bird will protect you. He is the Crimson Angel of Judecca.
We must not repeat this tragedy. The dark tree, Rufa, can wait. I must prepare for the gathering of brilliant light.
I'm gonna have to stop to laugh after every fucking sentence. He's just so great.
The panacea of Blue Vijnana?
Where is he? Is this his house?
Lunario Carmine, the legendary sacred bow, holy slasher. Will I require anything more? On nights when the moon is swallowed by darkness, the barrier between the world of the surface and that which is hidden beneath it, Satelna, grows thin.
I might need a break after this.
A terrible threat shall descend when the eye of heaven closes. If it is as the forbidden epic relates, the name of that threat alone can control the great vastness of dark...
Yoshio, aren't you going to school to see the moon tonight? Are you going to eat before you go?
I will eat, and then I will go.
Come down in 30 minutes then, okay? When are you leaving the house?
At 11. If I fall asleep, then...
This is the first time he's ever said a single normal sentence. He's embarrassed to let his mom know that he has all of these Chunibyo fantasies. The chapter could end right here, and it would be the best chapter in the whole game already. Okay.
Thank you, Mom.
I can't. I just can't. Oh my god, I just can't. There's definitely no, Shadow of Mordor tonight. Because each one of these, although they would only take 5 minutes if I was just clicking through and reading to myself, reading that loud is taking like half an hour each because they're just wonderful. Especially this. Yeah, so he has these bizarre delusions that everything around him is like a crazy fantasy game. And his illusions are contagious. So if he spends too much time around other people, they also that starts to become reality for them.
Gaze into the dark void of space, O holy slasher. You and I together shall pierce through these accursed midnight heavens. Ah! My crimson insides are replete with the silver beings. To think that the nighttime being known as fatigue would be so hard to conquer. Perhaps it was a mistake to partake of that savory dinner.
Oh, he looks sleepy! It's sleepy Angel. His eye is drooping.
Before the battle. No. No, not yet. Persevere, O weak and unreliable eyelids. Nonsense. I am the Crimson Angel of Judecca. I shall not be vanquished so easily.
Weren't you going to school, Yoshio? It's past 11. Yoshio. Yoshio, wake up. His real name is Yoshio, but he won't tolerate other people calling him that. Oh, Yoshio. If you're going to sleep, at least get into your bed. There we go. That really was it. That's perfect. That was perfect. That was the perfect chapter. It was the best thing I've ever seen in a video game. That's the explanation. He knew about the terrible world, all of the danger that we were going to get into because of the lunar eclipse and the holiday star and everything, but he ate a big dinner and his tum-tums was full and he fell asleep and didn't make it. That's great. That's I don't have words for how much I liked that. Legumentine's Chronicles. The most nervous day of the year is here again, but it looks like there's someone here who doesn't like this heart-throbbing... Uh-oh. If it's anything like the heart-throbbing school trip, then no thanks. this heart-throbbing romantic day? Please enter your name. That's not my name. That's so good. I enjoyed that so much. I've got to stop talking about it. Like, we're on to the next chapter, but my god, was that good. We've got a lot of deliveries here, sir. Where shall I put them?
Deliveries? I had thought the first run wouldn't be arriving until next week.
These aren't magazines, sir. They're beans.
And who here sent away for beans?
Oh, right. This is your first time. It's a tradition, sir. Readers always send beans addressed to their favorite characters on Legumentines.
They send them to their favorite characters? Ridiculous.
I've never been given beans in my life, but these people send them willy-nilly to a bunch of two-dimensional birds? He's dissing 2D. I'm not okay with that. Oh, well, you're not very popular, sir.
This is a gross injustice. How dare they have all the fun without me, just because it's Legumentines?
I don't think anyone sends beans to the editor-in-chief anywhere, sir. It's really not worth worrying about.
No! This is a grave state of affairs. We must cause swift and terrible retribution to fall on the heads of those who dare have fun without me.
It's Legumentines. I'm here to get beans for everybody, but... This is the place you recommend, Oko-san?
Cool!
That is correct. There are many beans in the basement of the High Society Seagull department store. I'm not sure if it's the employee's attitude, or the employee's attitude, or it might even be the employee's attitude, but there's just something I don't like about this place. Then again, Oko-san is the biggest gourmet in town, so if he says it's the best, it must be the best. Let's head in. Oko-san, everything's sold out.
Cool?
That is not right. Are there not always great quantities of beans here, even on Legumentines? Those, and those, and those, and those. I'll take all of them. Yes, those two. Oh, it's him. Mr. Nishiki Koji!
Hello there, Hitena. Fancy meeting you here.
So when is this in the timeline? It's on Legumentines, I guess, but was that before or after the crazy thing where he tried to shoot our school with a laser made out of love for anime characters? It's kind of a weird story.
Cool!
This is miserable and unmanly market monopolization. That gaudy bird is trying to corner the market. Why are you doing this, Mr. Nishiki Koji? How can you start hoarding the bean supply on Legumentines? Are you buying all these to give them to yourself? Just how vain and self-absorbed are you? Yeah, that was chapter 2. He found a way to transform love for anime characters into energy and was going to... He built like a giant laser to blow up our school. And we had to defend it with a shield made out of love for anime as well. Even for this game, it was a little weird.
You lack imagination, my girl.
What a terrible pity.
Why should I do something so low? I'm just here to get in the way of everyone who's having fun because it's Legumentines.
That's low! That's so low it's almost making me laugh.
Tender, passionate young hens, swept up by the gentle, flowery winds of first love, flock to this establishment, the foremost purveyor of celebratory legumes in the city, only to find every variety, every color, every size sold out, their hopes dashed at once, and they are left in despair.
It's Junko.
Ah, how beautiful, magnificent, artistic tragedy.
This seems a bit convoluted, even for a tokusatsu villain's plan. You'll never be happy with yourself if you keep thinking like that. Act your age, Mr. Nishiki Koji. Here. What is this? Courtesy beans. I'm just giving them to you to be nice, but it should still make you feel a little better about your life.
Do you mock me?
No, I'm just being polite.
You're mocking me.
Don't you want them? At least this way you'll have gotten some from someone.
Ah.
The gaudy pheasant seems extremely unnerved by my proffered beans. This couldn't possibly be the first time he's ever gotten beans on Legumantines, could it?
So the... Wait, what is this? Was this on Reddit or something? My kids and I were looking up tentacle hentai to prove to my wife it existed. Doesn't seem like a family activity to me, really. Not really. Just to explain, Valentine's over in Japan works differently. You give chocolates, and it's always the girls giving chocolate to the guys, and then I think a month later on March 14th is when the guys give chocolate to the girls. And so courtesy chocolate is when you give someone chocolate even though you're not, there's no romantic interest, you're just being nice to them and making sure that they get chocolate. So be it. I shall deign to accept them. Perhaps these beans may become the seeds of some beautiful imagination. I am busy. I'm going home.
Having reconsidered his attempt to corner the bean market, the golden pheasant left.
Coo!
Hitana stopped him. Hitana is a true warrior. Half of these bins have nothing left but little signs saying they're sold out, but what's left should be enough. Now all the girl birds will be able to get beans for that special somebody. Oh, that was it. Okay, maybe the first two were long, but 3 and 4 were very short. So maybe we'll do this and then we'll still have time for Mordor. Oh my god, I spoke too soon. Damn it, there's actually 8 here. Are we really gonna do all of these? Yeah, we are. We'll save the best for last, though. What is this? Today's the last day of Rhoda's job. Job meaning the usual work as a Miko. It barely even needs saying by now. I'd like to try wearing a Miko outfit sometime. I feel like it would give me so much fighting spirit. Evil disperse! Evil disperse! Oh, what is that? Bakuryo Taisan? Something like that. There's some chant. There's some Miko chant. I don't know it. Terrible weeb. No, I may have gotten it right. Not Bakuri. Akiryo Taisan? I might be making that up. Anyway, Ryoto invited me out for lunch after work. When I think about it, he's been really busy with the various jobs since the end of the year. Maybe I will try the other one after, just to see, like, do they just replace the bird art with a normal person? Because that wouldn't make sense. Make sense in this game. When I think about it, he's been really busy with various jobs since the end of the year. I don't feel like I've had a chance to talk to him after Christmas. He says this time of year always has the best opportunities to make money. It's the natural hunting season. Ah, my wild spirit stirs. Oh dear, just look at the time. I better go. New Year's Day is a few days gone, so the shrine is practically empty now. Ryota is... Oh, Hitana. Ryota, Wait, you're still in your battle gear.
I guess this uniform is battle gear to a part-time worker, but I don't think that's how people usually refer to Miko costumes. Oh, is it time already?
Yep, you said to come a little after 3, right? And I did.
Sorry, I didn't notice. I'll be done as soon as I finish cleaning around back, so would you mind waiting just a few minutes? There's a little lounge next to the office. They have warm tea and stuff, so why don't you go rest there, and...
No, I'll help you. Many hands, many feathers, make light work, right?
That's really nice of you, Hitana. Thank you.
Of course.
Thanks, Hitana. The priest said to thank you, too.
Opening the new year with a good deed. Karma payoff, please.
Let's head into town, then.
I think I will I'll try the other one after I do this and see if it's just all the same text but with a human. Which, like, now that we're this used to dating birds, would seem weird and creepy to date a human.
Let's head into town, then. What would you like to eat? I got my pay, so I'll treat you.
Really? Are you sure? New Year's generosity?
It's my thanks for helping with the cleaning. And I got to work a lot this year.
So I've got a little to spare. There's a bottle of alcohol called Blue Coup.
You sure do like udon,
Hitana. It's good.
Yeah, it is.
I'm really impressed that you get it, even when you're eating out at a family restaurant, though.
I can feel the strength of your conviction from here.
And don't make me sound like some weird cultist who only ever eats udon. I have days when I don't eat udon, too. Maybe once every 6 months or so.
That often? Sorry, I figured it was more like once every 3 years or so. I guess you don't eat it all that often after all.
Stop profiling me.
How is it?
It's really good. It's different from when I make it at home.
I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Hitana. Seeing you eating so happily makes me happy, too. I hope I can learn to cook to make you that happy someday.
That was great.
That was fast. Almost unbelievably fast.
Ryota and I spent a while after that chatting about whatever came to mind. School, friends, udon, Sunday morning TV, udon. Talking with Ryota is always so relaxing. I hope I can learn to be as Iyashike as him someday. Iyashike? What a weird word to not translate, because that's not basic enough Japanese that I know what it means. Iyashike. K is like style. Maybe. I'll have to Google it later. So if we do that with Ryota and do this. This is all the same text. Bleh, humans. Get out of here. Pew. See, I'm torn. Do I have any desire to see human Angel? Or does everybody get that option or no? Everybody gets that option. We're sticking to birds. I'm a bird purist. Omedetou gozaimasu. No. What's Happy New Year? I mean, you do say omedetou, but there's something else you're supposed to say. I don't know. I can't remember the word for year offhand. Nen? Whatever. Happy New Year. I got called out early to go to White Dove Shrine with Sakuya. Why did he ask me to come? Maybe I should check his email again. It seems that New Year's Day is regarded with
the foremost importance in Japan. My mother informed me of many bizarre traditions having to do with this day. As an aristocrat, I wish to study the ways of the locals most closely. Such knowledge might well be useful in a diplomatic mission or the like. I designate you my personal guide. Be grateful. Be at White Dove Shrine at 9 a.m. on January 1st.
How on earth does he manage to type so well and he can't pry his eyes away from his own nose? I wonder what he's planning. Labelle things, probably. Oh, see you later, Rich. Enjoy. And this is his first New Year's in Japan, so maybe he's nervous. I guess I can lend him a hand.
Finally here, are you? It is a terrible thing for a commoner like you to keep me waiting, you know?
Oh, sorry, Sakuya. So you got here already?
Unlike you yokels, I have a busy schedule. A true aristocrat must always plan his schedule down to the very last second.
Okay, I'll be more careful next time. Hey, it's barely 20 seconds past 9 o'clock.
Did I not just say that I plan my schedule out down to the very last second?
Gosh, if you keep nitpicking like that, people will end up calling you a bickery old spinster.
How dare you question my masculinity?
That's not the part you should be objecting to.
Humph. Let it be. I shall forgive you this time. Be grateful.
Yeah. Come on, let's go in. This is the White Dove Shrine. Maybe you should think of it as, being like a church?
I know that much already. I did not come completely unprepared, after all. I also know that Japanese shrines are inhabited by witch doctors called onmyoji, and that every night they crawl out of wells and appear on television screens in various places. Any who see their image on the screen will meet a terrible and bizarre death before long. A terrifying tale indeed, and yet all these people gather at the shrine once a year. Japan is a mysterious country indeed.
And you heard that story from...
my mother.
Yeah, I thought so. Oh no, I'm getting terribly interested in Sakuya's mother. What kind of person is she? Did she tell him these things in honest misunderstanding, or was she setting him up to embarrass himself later in life? Unfortunately, I don't think there are any onmyoji around here anymore. They show up in the old stories, but I've never seen one.
I've heard that there are special beings who live in the world behind our own. It does not surprise me that a mere high school student like yourself has never seen one.
I wonder about that. Your mother taught you most of what you know about Japan, right? Have you ever tried asking your butler about things?
Albert? He's never left France before now. I do not think him a reliable source of information on foreign cultures.
I don't know. He seems like the serious type. Maybe if he'd been well informed about Japan, Sakuya wouldn't have come here with all these strange ideas.
Anyway, I wish to throw some coin. Where is the target? Direct me.
Throw some coin? You mean give an offering, right?
You Japanese celebrate New Year by throwing coins at evildoers, do you not? I wish to try it. Where do we go to take part?
Sakuya, no! Nobody throws money at people now. If you put it like that, it's like the offering box is some sort of criminal.
I have brought with me some heavy silver coins of classical Roman manufacture. I believe you will find them impressively lethal.
Sakuya, I'm trying to tell you, you don't throw the money at anybody. I bet he gets please listen carefully written on all his report cards. Explaining ethics to him from the ground up is going to be hard, but he did ask me for this. I better do my best. Oh, we're ready for some pudding. Wait. Oh, the other option said human ? And if we did it, it would probably just be the same pictures, as Oko-san was depicted as a human in his introduction. No, he was depicted as a bird instead of a human in his original introduction. Today's the track team's first training day of the new year. Oko-san suggested we do independent training over break, but... Oko-san, it's cold. It's way too cold for my featherless human skin. You shall not whine. Whining is bad. Lazing around in your heated room all January will make your body and heart alike soft and weak. But Oko-san, my house is completely unheated. Coo! Oko-san said, no complaining. Neglecting your training is bad. You will run. Ah, Oko-san, wait! You're too fast. I can't keep up with you if you go that fast. Ooh, wow, we're flying. Coo, coo! Hitena has become slow. Oko-san is disappointed. Ah, I'm sorry, Oko-san. I did give in to the cold and skip training a little over the past few weeks, so like Oko-san said, my body has gotten soft and weak. But what is his heart made out of? He went shooting off out of the blue all the way here, and now he's bouncing around energetically while I'm completely winded. I don't think all the cruelest roads and tracks in the world together could stand in defiance to Oko-san's steel-plated cardiovascular system. Coo! Can you not run anymore? Then we have no choice. It is time for a break. Thank you, Oko-san. And so we took a break at the White Dove Shrine. It's still really early, so there aren't too many other people here. Did you come to make your offering on New Year's Day, Oko-san? Coo! Oko-san believes only in the pudding god. Oh, right. And does the pudding god have a shrine? Do you make offerings to him? Coo! Coo! Unnecessary frivolity. The spirit of Lord Puddy is with Oko-san at all times, in all places. Huh? So if he's with you all the time, you don't need to go out on New Year's to say hello to him? Doesn't he have a home? Coo! Of course he does. His home is in the lost ruins of Pudding. But I don't understand. Coo! Coo! The god of true pudding sleeps in the lost ruins of Pudding somewhere in this world. Oko-san trains himself so that one day he may find the ruins. Oh, I see. I wonder if I could find a certain goal like you and get more serious about my training that way. Coo! The only limit to your ambitions is heaven above. Oko-san flaps his wings. Oko-san flaps agitatedly about for a little while. He does get awfully excited about pudding, but I still don't understand what his idea of pudding is. It certainly isn't the pudding I know. Hey, Oko-san. The god of this shrine is supposed to be a brilliant white dove who flies to faraway places. Doesn't that sound a little like you? Well, you run to faraway places rather than fly. You're like a god yourself, Oko-san. I know you'll get to meet the pudding god someday. Coo! Oko-san will never give up. Oko-san will arrive before the pudding god. Happy New Year! It snowed last night, and I think I almost froze to death, but in the end I survived okay. I'm glad it didn't pile up, though. It seems like I have a near-death experience or two every winter. Maybe I should do something about that. The White Dove Shrine, where everybody comes for their New Year's visit, is in a hilly area a little ways from the center of town, but it doesn't look like the snow piled up that much here. There are little drifts here and there, but the sun's out now, so it'll all melt pretty soon. Here for the new year and gone within the day. Very wabi-sabi. I don't know what that means. Yes, yes. Leftover snow is very elegant. Plum blossoms in snow. Soon they shall wither and fall, even if it melts. Oh, Mr. Nanaki, Happy New Year. But what's with the weird incantation? It's not an incantation. It's from the Manyoshu. Didn't we do that poem in class just a month or two ago? Did we? I forgot everything I learned in the entire semester as soon as I turned in my last final. I do not recall, sir. Oh, maybe the problem is with my instruction. I'm sorry. He seems incredibly disheartened. You need more emotional brawn, sir. Please don't look so down, Mr. Nanaki. I feel like I'm bullying you or something. I'm just not diligent enough. Please don't be sad. You do just fine. You're so nice, Style. But don't forget to review. You might have proficiency tests coming up soon. If you make me start thinking about proficiency tests first thing in the new year, then I'll be the one who's sad. Anyway, are you here to visit the shrine too, sir? We want to go together? Would that be okay? Are you sure you'd like to go with me? I'm alone today too. Oh, I see. Okay then, let's go. Thank you, Style. May my proficiency tests not end in total heartbreaking, dream-crushing failure. May I become a little, even just a tiny little bit would be okay, less emotionally delicate. Jeez, you can't go making a puny little wish like that, sir. That's why you're emotionally delicate. Wish for something tougher, like, I wish to attain the spirit of a mighty conquering emperor, or something. Really? I'm not a hunter-gatherer like you, Style. I wouldn't want that. I'd be happy just to be a little more average. Mr. Uzune said so, too. He complains about how you get offended easily and always start crying, and it's way too hard to pick his words that carefully. So he wishes you'd shape up a little. So wait. Whoever Uzune is, the guy from the first mini-episode, is that how he actually acts in normal? Was that not in the past? Was that the current timeline? And he just acts weird when he's around other adults instead of students? I wasn't supposed to get back to confused. Now I am. I'm back to being confused. I don't get it. He does always point that out to me, too. And Dr. Iwamine said he's never seen someone as delicate as you before, and he wants to use you for some experiments. What? That's scary. Did Iwamine really say that? He did his creepy laugh, so I don't think he was too much more than half serious. There are tears in his eyes already. We pick on you because you cry this easily, sir. I'll be spending a lot of good time with you all, so I do need to get better. And I'll do my best on the proficiency tests, so you can try hard with your mental training, right? Maybe you'll at least harden your tear ducts a little. Thank you, Style. I'll do my best. No, come on, don't cry. I hope your reputation for total uselessness recovers fully. That's not right, Style. If I did that, I'd be useless again. That was weird. 4 more. I'm going to the shrine for a New Year's visit with Yuya. Even though New Year's was a few days ago already. He hasn't come to school much since sometime last semester. He seems really busy, but what has he been doing? Maybe he's been job hunting. Anyway, he said he didn't have any time over the holidays, so he asked me to wait. And then he texted me out of the blue last night to say he was free today, so... Happy New Year's salutations, mon ami. Oh, Yuya! Happy holiday salutations. Sorry to keep you waiting, Hitena. I always try my utmost to never keep a lady waiting, but alas, I wasn't able to get away until just now. You're still really busy, aren't you? I shouldn't have pushed you so hard to take me. No, don't make that unhappy face. It doesn't suit you at all, mon ami. I cannot express with mere words how much I've looked forward to seeing you again, Hitena. Time spent with you always flies by at the speed of light, so let's go. Yuya takes my hand and leads me off to the shrine. He seems like he's in even more of a hurry than usual. He must be really busy. How long has it been since I came for a New Year's visit? Quite some time indeed. And the season is practically over now, anyway. It's true. The shrine was crowded during the first 3 days of the New Year, but now it's practically empty. I don't mind a lively crowd, but I'm glad there's no one to disturb us here now. I'm not falling for that, Yuya. How many other girls have you used that line on by now? You're as cruel as ever, Mon ami. No, you're the only one. You're the only one I've made time this winter to meet. He whispers to me, an unusually serious expression on his face. See, that's what an unusually serious expression looks like. Stop it! You're gonna make me melt. I already know you're not completely made of cheap pickup lines and flashy foppiness. I haven't met privately with anyone else, or with anyone at all recently, in fact. Third years like you really are unimaginably busy, aren't they? Don't worry, Mon ami, you won't end up like me. I'm just having to work extra hard now because I've been an unusually total failure. So you're studying like crazy for exams now? No, not quite. Let me give you a hint, Mon ami. Lots of important corporations have parties during the holidays. Many well-known people go to those parties. Each one is a potential jackpot for the villains who skulk around behind the curtains of society. And if you turn that around, every potential jackpot for a villain is an extra busy assignment for a hero of justice. See what I'm saying? So what? I had a dream like that anyway. It was a dream? Sorry. Just kidding. Times zero. Like you said, I'm just having to make up for all the slacking off I did earlier, as exams draw near. Jeez, don't tease me like that. I hadn't realized you were planning to go on to university, though. Where are you thinking of going? Well, that's a secret, I guess. I'll be leaving the school, and it's probably best if you don't know where I go after that. Don't tell me you're going somewhere so seedy and low-end you don't even want to say? Well, I wonder. My lifestyle is certainly seedy enough. Did it again. Sometimes he says stuff in that self-deriding or maybe even despairing way. He's usually so cheerful, and when he does it, I don't know how to respond. I think you're a better person than you think you are, Yuya. Sakuya and the doctor are always chewing you out, but you shouldn't let that get you down. Just do your thing and be yourself. Ah, that makes me happy. Hearing you say that puts some pride back in my little dove heart, Mon ami. I'm glad we could meet today. I'm very grateful. Thank you, Tena. Does he say dove heart if you do the human version? Now I must know. So yeah, did they bother to change the writing? We'll find out in a moment. Little dove heart. You don't have a dove heart. Look at you. Crazy person. Nageki. I'm going out with Nageki today. He said he wanted to try going for a New Year's visit, so we're planning to go to the White Dove Shrine, but the first 3 days of the year are always crowded, and it's really cold in the morning, so we decided to be a little untraditional and go just after noon. Of course, even if we waited weeks or months before going, our first trip to the shrine in the New Year would still be a New Year's visit. Nageki is delicate like the first flowers of spring, so I'll have to make sure he doesn't push himself. Isn't he a ghost, and can't he not leave the library? You're here already. Wait! Can you do that? Can you just put a a sack over your head if you're a ghost? Is it like vampire rules? Is it like Blade vampire rules? Is it like Twilight vampire rules? Negeki? Wait, who the heck are you? Negeki? You sound like Negeki. You're Negeki, right? Yes. Sorry, did I keep you waiting? I made sure to leave on time, but... Don't worry, you're not late. I just came early. I wasn't waiting too long anyway. More importantly, what's up? Are we going to hold up a store or something? I mean, I'd be happy to if that's what you want to do. But this thing really is weird, isn't it? No, I think it's nice. It's definitely nice. It's warm and it hides your identity. Everyone should have one. I'm behind you, whatever you're planning, Negeki. We'll do our best together today. I'm not wearing it. Hitori made me put it on. He said I shouldn't go out without making sure I was perfectly protected from the cold. Where are we in the timeline now? Did he not die? He must not have died. Does that really mean wearing a balaclava, though? He made me bring a whole bunch of hand warmers, too. I don't think I'll run out for a week. Mr. Izune... This is weird. I'm gonna have to look some stuff up after we finish this. I don't get where this teacher came from, or why he's alive. Mr. Izune does seem to worry about you a lot. He's overprotective. I barely managed to convince him he didn't have to come with me today. I wouldn't mind if he came along. I would. I'm not a child anymore. Besides, this is my time with you, Miss Style. That's important to me. I don't know if you feel that way, but I do. Of course I do. I'm so happy I get to be with you, Negeki. Anyway, it's time for Style Senpai's guided shrine tour. Let's rock go! We avoided the most crowded time of day, but there are still a lot of birds here. I think when I came by during summer vacation, there were maybe 3 other people. Is this your first time visiting a shrine for New Year's, Negeki? I'm not sure. I might just not remember. At any rate, if I have, it was before I was old enough to be aware. I see. You should make up for all the lost time and make lots of wishes now, then. Is it alright to be that sloppy? It's all about your frame of mind. You're not very religious in your day-to-day life, are you? I'm not. Then you can be as sloppy as you want. That seems a little haphazard, but I guess you're the one to know, Miss Style. Take this! Super Coin Toss! Zabang! Are you supposed to throw the offering money rowdily like that? The gods will have an easier time hearing your message if you put lots of spirit into it, right? I don't think I need them to hear it that well. Hey, he just threw his like a normal person. He stared at me with cold, disdainful eyes and threw it like a normal person. What did you wish for, Negeki? That's a secret. Oh. I don't really have to tell you. It's between me and the gods, right? Aw, that's no fun. No one else needs to know about it, so it's a secret. Well, okay. I guess if you go around shouting your wish to everyone, it sort of feels like a god is going to pop out of nowhere and revoke your right to a divine miracle. I am curious about what he prayed for, but it doesn't look like he'll tell me. There's a tea shop up ahead that sells really good mochi, Nageki. Let's go. Okay. I wished to stop being the person who's only ever protected. Thank you, Miss Style. I'll become stronger, and one day I'll be able to thank you with more than just words. Weird. I don't understand where we are in the timeline because of that. Here we go. The evil doctor. Although, who knows if he's even evil in this timeline. What is this? Wow, what a New Year's. Wow. I decided to drop by the shrine for a visit since I was here anyway, but it's really crowded. Where do they all come from every year anyway? The shrine is usually so empty. I want to at least make an offering, but standing around waiting like this is breaking my heart. It's cold, and waiting by myself is lonely. Maybe I should go home and come back some other day. Wait. Dr. Iwamine, is that you?
Yes, it is me. Hello, Miss Style.
Don't tell me he's here to make an offering too. Happy New Year, sir. I'm surprised to see you here. I never would have expected to bump into you in a place like this. You're kind of like a devil or something, so I always figured to get purified into nothingness if you went into a shrine.
I see you're as fond of foolish superstitions as always. Unfortunately, there is nothing unusual about a bird passing unharmed beneath a torii.
Oh, okay. So I don't have to worry about him getting hit by some stray exorcism and evaporating. Yay, I'm so relieved. But why are you here, sir? Are you making a New Year's offering?
No, I feel no need to plead with hypothetical gods for help, as I'm sure you know quite well.
Oh? Yes, I know. Why are you here then?
I heard there was a corpse.
There isn't! Please stop hearing about corpses that don't exist, sir.
But I was told there was a crowd here because they found a rotting corpse in the pond.
Shrines are always crowded on New Year's. No one said anything about a corpse.
I see. That is truly unfortunate. It seems I've been misled by a falsified report.
Oh, are you going home already, sir?
There is no reason for me to stay, is there?
But you're already here, and it's New Year's. Want to make an offering with me? It's cold, and there's a line, and I was thinking of giving up and going home. But if I got to wait with you, then I wouldn't mind.
So you are deliberately placing yourself in unpleasant circumstances, wasting time in idleness, and then throwing money away to no foreseeable benefit. The mind wobbles.
He gives me an amazed-looking sneer. Geez, don't you have any hopes or dreams, you diabolical partridge? Any romance? Getting turned down like this every time I try to do something with him makes my hunter-gatherer blood boil. I'm starting to want to just look up a walkthrough for him on a wiki or something. Dating sim humor, folks. But this is a special day, and if I'm with you, then even if I catch a cold, you'll be able to give me pertinent advice.
Please, do not treat me as your personal medical advisor. I am not fond of selfish children.
I'm sorry. I got carried away.
Now, if you would be willing to take the place of that rotting corpse for me, then I might be interested.
You want to make an offering with a rotted corpse? What kind of pervert are you?
Won't you be my rotting corpse, Miss Style?
That's too much, sir.
Oh, don't worry. I was only joking. Yes, joking.
Were you, sir? That felt an awful lot like you were just... that felt an awful lot like you were asking just on the off chance.
Perhaps we can come to an arrangement. I shall offer a very simple contract with only one condition. If you do catch a cold this winter, you should become my test subject for my new medicine. That is all. You don't lose anything at all, now do you?
It sounds more like I could be in serious danger of losing everything, including, but not limited to, my life. But if I don't come down with a cold, it should be fine. That should be okay, I guess. All right, sir. I promise.
I'm in the process of developing the drug now, but I haven't had much luck finding test subjects. I am so glad to have a student as cooperative as yourself.
Oh, how my heart leaps when I hear that laugh. And so I spent New Year's Day with a non-believing partridge. I'll be fine, as long as I can endure until spring. I wouldn't mind paying him back, but I'd rather not risk my life, so I'll pray to make it through the winter without getting sick. And I see one more, and that's Angel. Angel invited me to visit the shrine for New Year's today. Isn't he really Catholic, though? I hadn't expected to be invited out for something like this. Maybe it'll turn out that he lives in the shrine.
That is incorrect, Edelblau.
Oh, Angel! Happy New Year!
My parents in this world are not engaged in the business of shrines. They are of a clan whose august duty is to market the silver beings to the world.
Silver beings? Silver beings? What are those? So they're not shrine keepers. How do people usually refer to their job?
Fishmongery.
Oh, I see. I see, but I can't imagine Angel going home every day to a fish store.
We must not let time slip by, Edelblau. We must obtain the legendary sacred bow, Holy Slasher, before it falls into the hands of the other side.
But weren't we going to visit the shrine?
Ah! My flesh is cursed. I can feel my crimson breast throb just from approaching the sacred ground. Blessing is forbidden to me. I only need a blade. Let us go, Edelblau.
Angel bravely enters the shrine precincts. I guess I'll be in for another year of having no idea what Mr. Eccentric Filipino Dove is talking about. So, do you see what you're looking for, Angel? Angel silently rummages around in the shrine office. What are you looking for?
Did I not tell you? I seek the legendary sacred bow, Holy Slasher.
Sacred bow? Shrines aren't weapon shops. They probably don't have anything like that. Actually, in a shrine office, maybe. You mean a hamaya?
That is the name the people of this world have given it.
I'm a person of this world too, Angel. Just call it that from the start. And maybe next time bring me a dictionary and have subtitles. Hamaya, they usually sell them here. Oh. They're sold out, Angel.
No, this cannot be. The sacred bow has fallen into their hands.
Angel stands still, looking terribly shocked. Are Hamaya that popular? I don't think I've ever bought anything from a shrine except for charms and the occasional votive picture. It's okay, Angel. Maybe they'll be back in stock tomorrow.
Are you suggesting we stand and fight on through this suffering, despite having met with the deepest sorrow and despair, Edelblau?
I don't mind. You invited me because you'd be lonely on your own, right? I'll come looking for Hamaya with you whenever. I'll come looking for Hamaya with you whenever, if you want.
Edelblau.
He seems relieved. So this is what it means to rescue a soul from the eternity of painful solitude.
I thank you, Edelblau. I am glad we were able to fight alongside one another today.
It was nothing, Angel. I hope we can find a Hamaya for you tomorrow.
Indeed.
See you tomorrow, then. Bye-bye.
Wait, Edelblau. Do you not feel something?
Something? Like the winter cold?
No! A creeping dread. A growing malaise, or perhaps a light.
A light? The sky is the same winter sky as always, and the lights from the shop windows don't look any different. What's he talking about?
A world is but the light reflected from a fragment of the broken mirror. The fragments write out the destiny of every star in the heavens. Is your azure soul satisfied with the world and the fate you see before you now? Or perhaps it has been charmed by the fate written by a different shard of the mirror. If that is the case, then I shall.
And he just goes on and on and on. Is there another one in there? It's just those 8. it looks like there must be a hidden thing somewhere. I did everyone. Because looking at the achievement list, Happy New Year. Get to the end of the short episode Pigeon Shrine Visit. But we did all of them. I didn't get that achievement. I wonder if you have to do it with everyone's human version or something? Oh well. We've done enough. We've dated enough birds. This is good. This is good enough. We're gonna end it there. That's gonna be it for Hatoful Boyfriend Holiday Star forever. Possibly tomorrow is when I'm gonna hop on and finish up Shadow of Mordor, and that will clear the way for the next 2 games, The Witness and Time Shift. So thanks for hanging out and watching. Man, that Angel story right there, that was really, really good. That was... I enjoyed the heck out of that. Alright, that's it for tonight. Bye-bye.